Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing Christmas in April and I have pocket pages for you. So I'm doing a companion pocket page for this page that I've done a couple months ago, I think. And I have all these other pictures that I want a scrapbook of Christmas 2022. And I did put a bunch of the scraps that I had for this page together, and some of the stickers and that kind of stuff are all here. So I'm just going to coordinate it with this one, and I'm going to speed it up right away. So this is the bottom half of the print page on that 12 by 12, and I want it, that merry and bright, I want to be at the left side of the top corner. So I'm just marking out where I would want the one side to go, and then it makes it easy to do the 4 by 6 this way. And I am going to fiddle with the pocket page a little bit because I create on top of my mess today, which is kind of funny, but it is what it is. So each year my girls typically get a pair of jammies. So this is my oldest opening up her jammies. And so they're all going to be 4 by almost a 3 because these pages are not, and it's not all the same, just shy by a 3. So yeah, it is what it is. But so I do almost the 3, and then I check, and if it fits, great. If it doesn't, I take a little bit more off. Most of the time, just I think it's a 1/16 of an inch off is enough to get it to fit, but sometimes it's not, like that one. And then this one should have went in that 3rd spot. So, yep, cutting photos. And then this one I think can go down here, but I am going to cut it down to be about a 4 by 3. I don't know. It looks like it's a 3.5 by 4 or 3 by 4 too. And then that one's a smaller one. I don't think I actually use that picture. And then I have this one that's going to be a 4 by 4. And then I do have some of her opening a Funko Pop. So this kiddo is been obsessed with Ahsoka since Ahsoka came out in Star Wars. So she has a whole collection of these Ahsoka Funko Pops now. So she's just opening up one for Christmas. And I didn't make you watch all of the rest of that. I just sped through. I'm going to use another piece of this text pattern paper on the bottom of the back side of this, just because it gives a little bit of each paper on both sides. So I am going to try and do that. I know this one I cut down is already 4 by 6, so I use that binder clip to make it fit with my 4 by 4. I'm going to put a little bit of this trim, which is a cloth trim. It is on the main page, so I'm going to try and use some of the same elements on the pocket pages that were on that 12 by 12 to tie it all together. And not enough glue, and it'll be not enough glue twice, but And now there's lots there. I didn't want the trim to be saturated, but it does need to stick. So it just needed that much more. And then I do have, this is Simple Stories Christmas Vintage, I think is what it's called. And so I'm going to pull some stickers out. This red is on the companion page, or that first page. And the wooden snowflakes are, so that ties that together. I thought maybe a little bit of that there, not going to happen. And this is on the front side. Then I have this piece, which is the bottom of my 12 by 12. And it is, I think it's from Happy Christmas from Echo Park, I think is where it's from. And so mostly I'm using the Simple Stories Vintage Christmas and Echo Park Happy Christmas because I have lots of stuff from both of those. So I'm just pulling some stuff off of the sticker sheet that match. And I'm going to put this ticket on this side. I think this one says magical. And then on the other side as well, because might as well not hide it and use it. And so then that one is pretty close to being done. I was looking at these cut aparts and wasn't really feeling it. So maybe there, I don't know. So I have these other cutter parts, but they're not quite what I want. This one I thought maybe I could cut out and put her picture in it, and I just changed my mind when I was doing things, so and that page was actually for Valentine's. I don't know why it was in this, but that's okay. I'm gonna put this other black one here. And so now I have the black on both sides. I still want to get that other stripe on there, but the plaid's kind of fun on that back side of the stars, and it's the right colors. I'm looking at these 4x6s again because I do have another filler spot there, and I'm gonna go to the stickers. So I'm gonna pull out a Santa and this tag that actually matches her jammies, which she got for Christmas the night before. This says Merry Christmas for a banner, and I thought that was pretty cute, but I just needed to move the tag and Santa down then. And if you can hear my dog in the background, my apologies. He's come to say hello. And then I also have this black trim that's adhesive on my 12x12 page. So I'm going to try and get that on a couple spots on here too. And then this was 2022. So I'm going to get just these, I think they're dollar store letters. They're kind of, I know they're old and they've got a good shine to them. But the one that I'm trying to take off now tears a little bit. So I will have to glue the bottom down just a tiny bit right now, and then that's fine. And there was my head, my apologies. And then looking at some of these ones, I pull the sleigh off. I think this is I think this one's Happy Christmas. I don't know. They're Christmas sticker sheets. And then I decide I need some other stuff. So I was actually going to look for the silver bits that are on my 12x12, and I get distracted with the stuff from Simple Vintage that was in this, and some, I'm not going to use these Hip Kit Club puffy stickers, but I thought about it. And then I have some bits and pieces in here. Not all of it is these page pieces. Some of it's from the ephemera pack that I just put all in the same thing together. And so just sorting out the top card. So the Christmas tree works because obviously we're opening presents that were under our tree. And I'm going to put one of those wood snowflakes up there too. And then just trying to think about what I want on this bottom too, as I'm handling all of these bits and pieces. And there goes my dog. Came to visit. He is done. So I'm going to use both sides of this one, or this card that I've cut for this pen and paper. So I'm going to use the plaid on the one side and then the photo is just going to get directly pasted onto the other one. So, and now I decided I'm going to use a piece of this black and white. It's adhesive, but it's fabric. And I just think that gives it a little bit of grounding, and ties in that ribbon that I want. So, and then getting this all glued down. And then this is the back side, and getting this one on, and it's going to be at an angle. And then I'm just going to trim off the top pieces. And I like that so far. I do want to do a little bit more on this side, so just taking a look. I do want some of the black and white on the other side, so it's going to be there. And then this one says ho ho ho, I think. Or does it say? Yeah, I think it says ho ho ho. The other one says on the list. And now I'm deciding what I want to do with this. I really like the 3x4 cards there. So I'm thinking what I want to use this. So I'm going to save those 3 cards, and I'm going to use this piece, and I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to make 2 tags out of it. And so one of the tags will go on the front side, and one of the tags will go on the back side. And so that works out pretty good, pretty well. So like so. And then looking at some of the other pieces that I picked out, that would be okay. But I do have a bit of silver bit on the back, and I'm going to go look for green cardstock. So this is the green cardstock that I found, and it's a really thin, flimsy piece. And there's some damage to it, but I'm going to use it anyway. So this one's going to go on this side. And that would have been okay, but I want to tie in some of that silver, and I haven't yet, so I'm looking for the silver in this bin again. I have so much Christmas stuff. I should never buy Christmas stuff again because I have so much of it. I could do Christmas forever. Some of this is definitely winter themed too, but just trying to see if there's anything else that I can use. Those chipboards I could have, because it's the same Happy Christmas Echo Park, but I'm not going to. And it goes in, and I don't even know if I looked at it, but I can see it on my screen now. And I have it, so that's good to know. So this one is part of the silver that I have on the other one. It was like a dollar store kind of thing. So there are a couple of these tags, and I'm not going to use the tags exactly as is, and that's okay. So they have some puffy bits on it, and I'm going to pull some of it off and use when I want to use, and that's okay. So this is a sticker, and then there's the puffy bit. So I pulled this off the sticker, and you still use the sticker some other time. The adhesive, like the foam adhesive that's on here, is really easy to come off. And then I pulled this off. It had a little piece on it as well. And then I pulled this little piece off of the other tag. So I deconstructed 3 stickers so I can get that silver on. And I fiddle with this for a little bit because I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this, but I know I have this card to do, and then I have a little bit more to do on the other side. So I like these two mini tags on this part of things. And this Santa and the kids are kind of cute. I'm going to punch a hole off screen, and I'm going to trim that one down because it doesn't need to be as big. And then I'm just going to take a look at where I want this. So those together I like, but it's going to get smushed over to this side. And then thinking about where to put that green piece, but it's not going to make it on here. And then I need a little bit more just out this way. So I'm going to pull out these browny red ones that tie in some of the other colors. It's kind of like a coppery and a burgundy almost. And I'm just trimming them down nice. And then so one of them is going to go right here. And then this other one I'm going to trim eventually in half and then just slide it underneath both the tag there and the other label. And then this should give me more than enough for journaling that I'll do later. And then a little bit of this red ribbon. I don't have much of it left, but I do want it on this side because it is on the other side already. So I'm going to put a staple in that and then cut it down. And then I'm going to put the other stuff underneath here as a ledge. And I think that finishes this one off pretty nicely. That one is done. And so now I just have this one left. And so I'm going to use the last bit of this mangled green, and it's all good. And then this one's going to get that last picture and the tag, and then just a few random bits that I have left hanging out. And I thought about that green piece there, but I don't like it. And I don't like the sticker there. And I decided the other sticker is definitely not going to go. I thought of maybe using this label, like the other side of the label, as a layering piece. But I don't really like it. It's not a big deal. And then I find this piece of black and white plaid. And it's going to go on this green piece, kind of like a ribbon on a present. So that one's on. I'm going to get my tag down and trimmed off. I'm going to get my photo kind of positioned, and then this is going to go just underneath. And like so. And I like that, and that's good to go. The tag would cover the bottom part, so I don't need anything else there. This other half of, I'm going to cut this in half so I have another half left because might as well not use it all up. Get my photo down, and then some of these hearts. So this one's a wood veneer looking one. I'm going to grab a couple more, but I'm going to put it back in for a second. And so I found the black and white one that I'm going to use. And then I'm going to use, I think, another wood veneer one here in a second. Like that. Okay, and that one is done. These ones are done. I'm going to move it over so we can see a little bit. And then there'll be some, so it'll look kind of like that when it's done. It is a little shiny because it is a page protector, but I will bring it up here. And so I've got all three of those bits. I've got that same color of green, even though I didn't have any left. And I really like how that turned out. So there'll be there's a heart in there that got stuck by static electricity. It doesn't stay in there and it gets put away properly. But here's some close-ups. The ones on the page that are closer are a little faster. The two of the page itself is a little slower. Then some quick ones of the second one. And then it'll be both of them together. And thank you so much for watching today. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would appreciate if you subscribed. And again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.